feel like Luigi is just constantly misfiring through people's windows while they're trying to sleep in the middle of the night. It's like 3 a.m. and you're just like, you're sleeping in your bed. Bedroom window explodes. Luigi misfiring through. Like, here's one window on this side of your house. Here's another. He just goes straight through. He doesn't even take anything. Bursts through both of the windows.
He's just there to like wreak havoc. Nintendo needs to think of what they are feeding us.
Right, Sakurai is fine with that, but he's not. He doesn't care for a wave dash.
Yeah.
Like, he's okay with Luigi bursting through your window late at night, but a wave dash is just too much for him. You don't see a lot of Luigi mains because it's like
Because they blow.
well, just like socially, it's taboo to play with Luigi because of these. Yeah, like, we've got our institutions in life, church and marriage, things like that, and Luigi kind of stands against all of those. So you really would have to be somewhat of an iconoclast to pick Luigi. Only your Mewtwo Kings really know about these kind of secret options.
I see.
The Mewtwo Kings of the world.
See, only the Kings of the Muse.
There are only like 4 or 5 of those.
Only 4?
Kings of the Muse.
Oh, okay.
Mewtwo King is actually a series of quintuplets, and they all jump in for each other.
Quintuplets actually would explain a lot.
Have you ever wondered how he plays like 4 different tournaments at the same event? Because there's 5 of them. One of them. 4
tournaments at the same event.
Like he plays Smash 4.
Plays 4 doubles. All different games. Yeah.
He plays the 4 games because there's 5 of them. One of them is like just preparing food for the other 4. Back to the match, please. And we're in the semis now, so we're going most of. And I don't want to get into it, but you know how we call it best of 5? Why do we call it best? You could play better than them, but still lose the 3 games. So most of 5. I call it most of 5 because I don't want to confuse the viewers.
We could call it a first to 3.
First to 3, I agree. That's not confusing. There's no like room for bullshit with first to 3. But best of 5, like I could play amazing for 2 of those 5 matches, like 4-stock you. But you 1-stock me in the other 3. I'd say I did the best of the 5.
Yeah. So Matt's taking the first stock.
And you know Mewtwo King's gonna be there because he can't turn down.
Absolutely. Which one of the Mewtwo Kings?
Daryl, the youngest. I mean, they're quintuplets, so I mean, he just came out last.
Do you know all of their names?
Of course, yeah. There's Daryl, Jason. That's the one, the face of the family. Gorman.
Gorman.
Gorman. Partrick.
Partrick.
And Tiny Tony.
Tiny Tony, not just Tony.
His first name's Tiny. His middle name's Tony.
You mean Anthony, right? Because Tony's a nickname, or is it actually just Tony?
No. First name Tiny, middle name Tony.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
His last name.
Is it spelled with a Y or an I?
Tiny is spelled with an I. Tini. Tiny. Yeah, Garmin is the chef. He's the one that prepares the
Garmin
food.
the chef. I like it. Okay.
Yeah, it's all true. Back to the match. People don't know this, but I pitched it. It's a series. It's going to be on the USA Network. It's called Port Priority, and it's about 2 smashers. They work down by the docks, and they're
docks. Docks where?
New Jersey. They're on the docks. 2 rival portsmen. They operate 2 ports, and they're trying to control the same area. So they're trying to get port priority on the docks, and it's going to be on the USA Network. It's called Port Priority.
Do you know what Gorman's Twitter is, by any chance?
There's an ad, of course. Gorman 2K M2K 2006. Is his Twitter handle.
Oh, I see.
It is private, so you might not be able to find it, though.
Oh, yeah, that's rough.
And don't ask me to repeat what it was again, because it's hard to remember.
Well, not just that. I mean, that must be kind of annoying. Everyone's asking for Gorman's Twitter handle.
They're always asking me, and I'm like, it takes a long time to say.
Why don't you go ask Gorman yourself, you know? Like, come on.
Yeah, ask Jason what Gorman's Twitter handle is.
Yeah, so go ask Jason. I mean, he's the face.
You know Jason's watching this right now. And he's loving it. He's really into this analytical commentary.
Very. Pac Combo wants you to repeat that Twitter handle?
Well, just run back the tape, okay?
Yeah,
Go ahead and do one of those.
Run that archive, bro.
Yeah, do one of those GIFs with sound, and just you can repeat it yourself.
But
Wow.
Med just shuts it down with a couple shines.
Well, we better acknowledge this. Armada, you really need to tone down those jokes in the chat. He's dropping the C word every other sentence.
Wow.
And like I know, like the VOD, people aren't gonna realize it that you were in the chat and you were dropping C words, but people are gonna watch this on YouTube.
I mean, this is Jim Jam Flim Flam.
Yeah,
You need to respect him at least.
Like we're trying to keep this stream professional, Armada. Okay.
So back to the match.
Back to the match. I want to see King Dedede pulling out that giant blaster thing. Can you tell me what that is?
His down B?
Maybe.
Yeah, he pulls out a hammer with a jet on it.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to
Swings
see,
him. Oh my
and that's what needs to happen if they're going to bring this back. Okay, he's throwing these little dudes around. And the chat's really impressed with my knowledge of PM-specific things. You guys are welcome.
You know, I don't know who has the lead right now because I haven't read the spreadsheet.
Well, the algorithm is kind of like so complicated at this point in Game 4 of Grand Finals, the first set, that it's literally pinging back and forth, back and forth. You never know who. One stock is not a lead, one stock is a lead. Two stocks,
because it's based on percentage.
Percentage, the fact that it's Grand Finals, the moon phases.
Oh wow, the moon, like from New York, his phasing has to do with this?
Yeah, the moon is like phasing in and out. He comes onto the chat and then he phases out, he leaves. Sometimes, yeah, he'll eclipse the chat. He'll just comment like 50 times in a row. Like people don't, the players themselves don't realize it, but it is a slight effect on mostly their DI.
Mm-hmm.
Gorman, well, he's the 5th. He doesn't play a game. He's responsible for like making them food, bringing them water, keeping them hydrated, massaging their wrists and their hands. But you got Partrick. He plays Smash 4.
Partrick, of course.
And Tiny Tony focuses on melee doubles.
Melee doubles? I thought it was 64 doubles. So it's melee doubles.
Oh, he plays both, but they don't. None of them. They all play 64 doubles. They don't.
Oh, they
focus on
all
that.
play 64 doubles.
Yeah, the 5 of them. No, the 4 that play all will play doubles together in 64. They'll play 2-on-2.
Oh, so they're all good at 64 doubles, but Tiny Tony he specializes in melee doubles. Okay.
Jason plays melee. Tiny Tony plays melee doubles. So anytime you see.
Wait, so who's the Smash 4 one?
Partrick.
Partrick. Yeah.
His name is Tiny Tony, but he's the exact same height as the other 4 quintuplets.
I got you. Yeah. Of course. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Tiny Tony's clearly not tiny.
Yeah, he's like 5'9" or whatever.
Oh.
But Gorman.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, but
wow.
that was a
we got to get back to the match.
Crazy exchange.
We'll talk about Gorman later. Somebody go ahead and post Gorman's Twitter handle if you can. Oh, it's Gorman 2000 M2K 2K 2006. That's Gorman's Twitter handle. Shout him out.
69 by 4. That's how I got that down smash.
No, we're talking about what's happening on stream.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Chindi.
I just thought that was really interesting.
Oh, no, excuse me. Back to the match at hand.
And that misfire.
I hope inside his hat, like the top of his hat is cushioned.
There's got to be some cushion.
Because he's just bursting into things. I don't know. Like, football players always getting like Alzheimer's and stuff after they retire. Same situation. Okay, here we go.
And he's basically doing just that. That's why he's currently up right now. Although he's not a lead. It's just up a stock.
One stock numerical advantage
On Grand Finals
is
on a
actually
reset?
that is a disadvantage.
Oh! So Meds is winning.
Right. They say one stock's not a lead, but what they don't tell you is that it is definitely a disadvantage.
Let's see.
Two stocks is even, dead even.
Dead even. Okay.
And now we're back to a lead.
And so now it is Meds' lead.
Meds is winning slightly.
Slightly. Okay.
Now I'm not so sure.
Oh.
That just complicated things. That little combo.
I see. Because Axe could be getting data on this, correct?
If you're getting hit, you're getting data. That's what I've always said since 2001, the day the game came out. I said that.
Wow, you're so far ahead of the game.
I sent a fax to Sakurai. I said, "You're getting hit. You're getting data." And he faxed me back and he said, "Who is this?" And I said, "This is my new fax number." And he's like, "I'll add it to my fax machine."
Let's see.
Maker House shutting down. This is it's kind of our swan song. And Armada has been one of our biggest supporters. He's been in Sweden, and it's so late in Sweden.
What time is it?
Like, it's 8 hours ahead in
What?
Sweden. I would guess 8. No, like 10 hours ahead.
It's 6:20.
What time is it here? 10:28?
It's 6:30 in the morning, and I've seen him on when we're here like at 5 o'clock. I mean, that's
Armada is staying up all night. His kids are, of course, on spring break, so he lets them. They'll stay up all night watching occasional Twitch streams, but really, they get the most hype about Maker House. And what I feel worst about Maker House closing is Armada's kids. We're kind of leaving them hanging.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I think at least as he said on stream a couple of times, is that he actually will have dinner watching our streams.
He says, you know what, guys, we're gonna eat together, and but what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn on Twitch. And Armada's got. I don't know if you've been to Armada's house.
No, not recently at least.
It's. I don't want to call it a mansion. It's more kind of like tasteful than that. Like, it's not excessive, but it's like.
But he's doing well for his family.
Oh, he's doing really well with the streaming and the winnings. Like 6 bedrooms, but he does have 4 kids. So, I mean, it's nice. Each kid gets his own bedroom. You got 6 kids. Like, you're providing for those kids.
Well, I mean, assuming you'd have, because Armada's a really good. He's a real working man. He's a really example. He's a great example for business. And I assume one of those are his office, or both are his office.
Yeah, he's got a few offices.
Or maybe he just keeps the room blank, just because that's this, simplicity.
Like Armada only recently, he had a job, and he was the chief financial officer at Intel, and he only recently quit it to focus on Smash. At this point, he's 17.
God, man, he's so impressive.
I know, because like, what am I doing at 17? I'm just just jerking off all the time. Am I right?
Yeah.
You know what you guys know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We're men. We get it. So that's all I'm doing. And Armada's over there. He's he's the head of he's the chief financial officer of Intel. They send him to Sweden. Starts up the production facility.
Oh yeah, I mean, at least for Sweden. I mean,
yeah, I just picked up a new i7 processor, and I'm gonna put it into my GameCube, and I'm looking at 180 frames a minute.
A minute. That's definitely a new measurement.
People don't know that.
That's pretty. I mean, it is kind of slow, but
is Fox just a good counterpick to all of Chris's other Forte Freak's other characters?
I mean,
Charizard. Char is hard.
If you say the correct Chinese pronunciation,
right.
That's where Pokemon comes from. It's Charizard.
Right. People don't know it comes from a small town in China called Beijing, and that's where Pokemon were invented. All 214 of them.
Yep.
People don't realize people think there are a lot less than that, but there are actually 214 Pokemon out there now. Started off with, of course, the classic, the first 5, which were Pikachu, Charizard,
yeah. Careful with the pronunciation.
Gabriel, which was a human. He was just like a human form of a Pokemon. And then the other 2, of course. And now there are 214, and people think there are a lot less.
Yeah, Gabriel was like, I don't even want to talk about it.
It was like broken, but he was also terrible,
Yeah, at the same time.
That was like the central conflict with they removed him. He's no longer a Pokemon. If you're like, oh, I played Pokemon yesterday.
That's why he's not in there anymore. You smart asses.
Yeah. You think Love Bun's in the chat like, oh, I played Pokemon yesterday. Gabriel's not in there. I've never heard of this Gabriel. Well, back in 1985 when Pokemon started, Gabriel was one of the original 5.
Number 3, right? Is that?
He was the
He was the
well,
third one.
yeah. They didn't come out all 5 at the same time either. It was like this whole like 1 per month for 5 months, and then they released the first game on I believe it was on the Nintendo, what was the headset? Virtual Boy. It was on Virtual Boy, the initial Pokemon. People don't realize that.
Right.
Back to the match again.
Yeah, so anyway.
Ike was he was like the 6th or 7th Pokemon.
Right.
Also kind of, I don't know if he's technically a human, but a human-esque form.
Is he still, is he?
He was the 6th, but then they deleted him. He was a very controversial character, but they brought him back number 210.
Okay.
Same thing, though.
Sorry, I saw after the first 5, I was like...
It's too much.
Yeah.
Like, how am I supposed to keep up with all these Pokemon?
I was a little overwhelmed with the first 5, Like, when they had the 4 on the 4th month, and then the 5th one come out, and I was like, all right, I can't do this anymore.
Like, I play video games for fun. I don't need to be, like, staying up all night studying these characters.
Definitely.
Here's the thing. Axe knows. He knows Armada He's in Sweden. I don't know if you know this. Armada is a big fan of the Maker House stream, Twitch stream. He'll stay up with his kids. He's got 4 kids.
Oh, yeah?
And the kids are like, Daddy, Daddy, I want to watch the stream. And they're up all night watching. Axon knows this. He wants to get through this tournament as fast as possible. He doesn't want to mess around with, secondary characters. So, shout out to Armada's kids.
Oh, yeah. And, do you know who the mother is?
Each of the kids have a different mother. There are 4 different kids, and they are 4 different mothers. Actually, no, there are 3 different mothers. And so the first mother had the first kid, then there's another mother, then another mother, then back to the first mother for the 4th kid. And there's a 7-year span between them all. And he started when he was, I think, 16. And he wanted to be a dad. He knew that. Some kids, they're growing up and they're like, I want to be a baseball player. And they don't do that in Sweden. They say, I want to be a dad. It is 7:30 in the morning in Sweden, but these kids are watching, and yeah, they're great kids. So Axe is doing them a real service by trying to just rush through this with his pain.
But it's Sunday morning in Sweden.
They're about to head to church. You're right. Even though it is the most godless country, one of the 4 kids is a Christian, and Armada wants the kids to be in sync. So on Sunday they go to church.
Armada is so benevolent.
On Wednesday, they go to like a pagan ritual because 2 of the kids are pagan.
2 of them are pagan.
Yeah. Did I mention 2 of them are twins? But it's the type of twin where you have 2 different mothers.
So they had
Armada.
So Armada basically had a child with mothers that were twins, and so when they had kids, they were essentially twins.
The mothers, 2 different mothers, they're twins. He has sex with them back to back. Okay.
Okay.
And these kids come out, and they're basically twins because they're born a day apart because they were conceived a day apart. So those are the middle 2 kids, both pagans. Falco's a down guy. So to die off the top from Falco, you should be ashamed.
Oh, okay.
And I think Axe should be ashamed because he played like shit.
Oh my.
Well, I'll say it.
You're the expert.
Sometimes Axe needs to hear that from me.
Maybe Axe can take it, but man, that's a lot of drop on him like that. He's out there trying his best.
It's tough love, but it might hurt him in the short term, but it also might hurt him in the long term.
It's gonna make him better. I can respect that. Oh, maybe. Oh, or so you're saying Axe doesn't have the potential?
I think just mentally, Axe is known for just his weak mentality, and not playing well when thousands of people are watching at Evo.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Someone do a trailer for Taken 3.
When you thought there was no one left to take, they took one more time.
Listen, you're gonna get off the plane, and within 5 minutes of the beginning of the movie, you're gonna get taken.
They thought it was just an idiosyncrasy of the Italian transportation agency.
I have specifically 5 skills. Fighting, running, finding, fighting, and fucking.
And we're back.
No Twister.
A couple words from our sponsors there. Thank you.